Hello, everybody. This is yours truly, your old buddy Don Stille, and we're here to share some very good music, as we always are. And we each picked a musical of our choosing and see which tunes from each set of composers or composer, which tunes would work the best. Each of us have to deal with that decision. And I chose Burton Lane, songwriter Burton Lane. And on some of these pieces, what is it? E.Y. Harburg, right. He was the lyricist on the tunes, many of the tunes from this particular musical. And I think that's it. My movie of choice, or my musical of choice, was Finian's Rainbow from 1968. And kind of the story of this rogue leprechaun who absconded from his native Ireland with a pot of gold secreted in a carpet bag, plus his daughter Sharon in tow. His destination is the Rainbow Valley in the fictional state of Mississippi. Okay, I don't blame the messenger here. Anyway, we'll get started. Start playing music. You got sort of the premise. This is starts off in Ireland, or Mississippi, and here we go. I'm going to try to do 4 tunes and kind of expand on each one of those. Oh, Devil Moon, If This Isn't Love, How Are Things in Guacamole, and Look to the Rainbow. All right, I do better without reading the notes. I'll have to remember that. Okay, here we go. So that was Old Devil Moon from the musical Finian's Rainbow. And this tune has been done many different ways. A lot of jazz players play it because they love the tune. It's challenging and a lot of fun to play. Unless you're having a bad night, then it's not much fun. But anyway, we're doing good. All right, I'm gonna pick another piece here. Let's see. I think maybe. Yeah. Let's look to the rainbow. This is beautiful waltz, and I'll include, or at least I will attempt to include the verse to the piece, the part that sets up the song, and try to do that as part of the regular part of each course. We'll try to use the verse. All right, here we go. beautiful piece. Just, you don't need to say much more than that. Anyway, I'm going to move forward, and we're going to do, before we boost the tempo too much, I'm going to do this. And I got to get, yes, yeah, here we go. How are things in Guacamora? How are things in Guacamora? Otherwise, well, affectionately referred to as guacamole, but we won't do that. This is How Are Things in Guacamora in the key of F, written in the key of D flat. How about that? Okay. I'm going to put the accordion on. I forgot a very important part. Okay, here we go. Wasn't that gorgeous? If I do say so myself. All right, I have one more tune to do, and this is we're gonna boost the tempo up a little bit in the feel, maybe kind of a bayou flavor, since this leprechaun was looking to move his gold into a new place there where he was hoping it would accrue some
Grow.
that it would grow. And so anyway, this particular tune is entitled "If This Isn't Love," and I mean, what else can you say? Here we go. Okay. Well, that's it for me. And as always, I enjoyed being here, playing for you all. Hope we keep it going for a while. And I mean, what a nice way to spend the pandemic, right? They thought they were going to get us down. No way, man. We got the edge. We got the juice. That's what we got. Have a great week, everyone. Yeah. Thank you, Christy.
Juli loved Glacamora. She put it in the chat there.
Tell her thanks. Many thanks.
You just did.
Oh, okay. All right. It's that easy.
Well, we will see you next week.
All right. I'm looking forward to it already.
Next week is composer night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to do all female composers.
Oh, wonderful. Well, let's see. I'll probably be calling you sometime this week to see if I could pick your brain, as they say, as to which one I could do.
Pick my brain, pick my charts. It's fine. Let me know.
All right.
Cool. Well, I'll see you then.
Sounds good to me. It'll be a great night.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will. We'll make it such.
We'll see you both then.
Sounds good, Christy. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, next up we've got Liam. He should be turning up. He's trying to go.
Doing great. It was fantastic. Okay, now we can take this down, right?
The screen.
So I'm trying to get Liam in here, but I think I just made it harder. Okay, let me try. One more thing. He's got a cocktail tutorial for you, and this month we're going to have Liam and Leo are going to be trading off each week. So we've got Liam tonight, and we'll have Leo next time. There we go.
All right, how's it going, Christy?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Can y'all see and hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, amazing. I'm using a little bit of a different computer this time, and it's just a little laptop that could. And so with its help, maybe we'll do some cocktails
wait,
tonight.
hold it. I didn't put you in the screen. Just a sec. I thought I had you.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
Excellent.
I'm going to get out of here because then we can see you better. There you are.
There I am.
All right. I'm going to leave you to it.
All right, thanks, Christy. All right, so hey, everybody. Welcome to another exciting installation of our cocktail tutorial for Manouche Monday. Once again, I'm here at the Rogers Park Social to bring you some lovely, unique creations that I've developed recently, except there's a key difference this time. The Rogers Park Social is in business, baby. It was a beautiful day outside, and although we don't have any indoor seating just yet, our patio is full and lovely. Wonderful faces. I'm excited to see all of them, and I can't wait to see all of you here soon. So, today, I was thinking about musicals, and I grew up as a bit of a theater kid. And even though I grew up in Texas, one musical was always one of my favorites, and that is Oklahoma, particularly the 98 production. But, we won't get into that. And one of my favorite songs from that production, or from any production of Oklahoma really, is called the Sur-rye with a Fringe on top, which refers to a buggy that you drive a horse in when you're carting around your nice little lady, except this cocktail is going to be called the Sur-rye with a Fringe on top, and it features some lovely rye whiskey. So what you're going to want to get is a nice mixing container. It can be a lovely mixing glass like this one, or it can be a cup, or it can be your friend's hands holding like this, but I don't recommend that one. And we are going to use a fancy little stirring rod that we got here. So why don't we get started? I wanted to create a cocktail that had a nice rye whiskey in it and had some fruity qualities and some herbal interest. So I started thinking about the Sazerac, which is a classic rye whiskey cocktail first made popular in New Orleans around the turn of the 20th century. Originally, supposedly it was made with cognac or brandy from France, but over the course of the 20th century, the appetites in the U.S. started to switch more towards rye whiskey, and it eventually made its way into the cocktail. So I'll kind of walk you through a classic Sazerac to begin with, and I'll start notating what interesting additions I've added or things taken away. Because I kind of wanted to mix it with something a little fruity, something you can just kind of like sip when your big strong man is driving you through the country, bumping over unpaved roads. Anyway, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna chill our glass. And all I'm gonna do in order to make that happen, I got my glass right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of ice in there, and I'm gonna coat it to the top with any kind of liquid. Water will do just fine. This makes it so that it's not just the ice in there because it doesn't have much actual surface area contact with the inside of the glass. Won't really chill it very much. And so we're gonna make sure that there's a lot of cold water in there. Traditionally, in a Sazerac, you're gonna coat the inside of the glass, otherwise known as a wash, with absinthe, which you may know as a pretty popular liquor, very high in those like licorice, those aniseed flavors, very boozy, 60% alcohol. But we're gonna wait and let our glass get a little bit colder while we work on the body of the cocktail. So take your mixing glass, and we are gonna add, if I can find my rye whiskey, here we go. We're gonna add 2.5 ounces of rye whiskey to this cocktail. For those of you working at home that don't have an ounce measurement, as I've said before, 1 ounce equals 2 tablespoons. I know you had it. All right, we are going to measure out a good 2 ounces of rye whiskey there. Yum, yum, yum. That is the classic amount of base spirit in a Sazerac. At this point, we are going to add a little bit of sugar. Traditionally, you might use a little bit of Demerara sugar. A lot of recipes, traditional Sazerac recipes, call for an actual sugar cube muddled in the bottom of the glass. But I wanted to add a little bit of a kick, especially for that Arnold Palmer flavor. So I have made peach tea simple syrup. In order to do this, I brewed some peach tea very strong in some hot water, and then combined that with about equal parts just table sugar. And so we're going to add almost an entire ½ ounce. It's going to be a lean ½ ounce of peach tea simple syrup in here for you. Yum. Awesome. So now that we've done that, traditionally a Sazerac has 2 kinds of bitters in it. The aromatic bitters that are found in many, many cocktails, and also a special kind of aromatic bitters called Peychaud's. This is because there was a gentleman in New Orleans around the turn of the 20th century with the last name of Peychaud. He started developing these bitters, and they became synonymous with the Sazerac. But in this case, I'm just going to use 2 dashes of our aromatic bitters, and I'm going to add a little bit of a leather and hide bitters. Because, you know, as the song from the musical goes, the wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. Yeah, that's the only singing you're going to get from me tonight. I'll leave the rest of it up to the professionals. So we're going to take these leather and hide bitters, and we're going to give it about 5 drops in there. This stuff is pretty strong, so we don't want it to overpower the cocktail. Now we have our sweetening agent. We have all of our bitters that we're going to need in there. We have our base spirit. Excellent. Now we can move on to the glass. It's pretty chill now that it's had this ice water sitting in it for a while. Okay, we'll dump out the rinsed water. And then we're going to pour in just a couple drops of absinthe so that we can make sure that we coat the inside of the glass completely. Just give it a couple of swirls in there, and then we can just toss it out. Absinthe has a lot of flavor, very strong herbal ingredients, so we don't want it to take over the cocktail entirely. Just give it a little bit of extra oomph in there. All right, so at this point, we're ready to stir this baby. Oh, yeah. Got that in there. Got our stirring implement. For a while, I was just using an extra big teaspoon to stir my drink. I'm glad that I have a much nicer stirring rod now, though. All right. So we got it in there. Got it in there. Mind you all, I'm trying to be very safe with my mask wearing here. So anytime somebody passes by or comes in close proximity, I just slip it up. But for the rest of the time, I'm trying to keep my lips open so that y'all can hear me a little bit better. Alrighty, we're looking pretty sexy in there. I think it's just about ready to go. So we got our single strainer. In this case, I got a julep strainer right there for you. And we're just going to pour it on in. Beautiful. All right. In this case, most Sazeracs do not contain ice. They're served as a neat cocktail. But because we have some other powerful herbal ingredients in there, we're going to add a little bit of ice, kind of harken back to that peach tea, peach julep idea. Well, hey, Eric. It's Eric, the proprietor of the Rogers Park Social himself. OMG. You can see him, too, if you come on down. Open 7 days a week. Woohoo. All right, we're going to just shake a little bit of ice in there. Excellent. So customary in most Sazeracs, once you've gotten the body of the cocktail in the glass, you're going to use a little bit of a lemon swat in there. So we're going to take a little bit, but in this case, I didn't just want to use the lemon swat in there. I want to have a little bit more citrus essence in there. So I'm going to use some actual lemon juice. We're going to measure just a bar spoon or 1/8 of an ounce into our cocktail. Just going to put it right over the top there. All right, we're almost done, but I want to add a little bit of a fringe on top to our cocktail. I wanted to add a peachy fringe. So what I have here are some lovely peach hearts from the Candy Club company, which is a New York candy maker, also available at Rogers Park or Provisions Uptown near you. We're just going to make a little incision along the heart. Don't try this at home unless you're doing it on a cutting board. Yeah, especially with sharp knives like Liam's doing. All right, so we got a little bit of an incision there. Kind of looks like a little peach butt. We're going to tear it a little bit more so that it'll have enough purchase on the sides of the glass. And then we can just affix it right there. There's your Sur-rye with a fringe on the top. Look, I am. Oh my goodness. The sweet, tangy peach and the herbal qualities of the absinthe really blend well together, and I have a little bit of that earthy tea flavor coordinating well with the rye whiskey. All in all, a fine drink as we look forward towards the spring and summer. Okay. So now that we got an actual musical reference out of the way, let's try something a little bit different, something that doesn't quite have very much to do with most cocktails you may have seen in the past. Now, as you may have heard, in the musical theater world, a term triple threat refers to a performer who pretty much checks all the boxes of being a music theater artist. An actor, a dancer, and a singer. So I kind of wanted to make something like that in cocktail form. But cocktails don't do any of those things that I just listed, but they do have some attributes that are pretty common across all cocktails. And I wanted to make one that was going to check boxes of some of the big ones. In this case, we're doing very sweet, very tangy, very sour, and very spicy. Anybody who knows me half a damn knows how much I love spicy food and using as a Spanish speaker might say, a little bit of picante in a cocktail to really get your blood pumping. So in this case, it's going to be a rum cocktail. The first thing I'm going to put in is a wonderful rum. This is the Clarence Ajou. It's very potent, coming in at 56% alcohol by volume, otherwise known as about 112 proof. It has a strong, hot core, lots of funky herbal fruity notes. So we are going to put in an entire ounce of this stuff. Yum, yum. But we're not going to make it the only spirit of the cocktail because it's pretty strong and the flavors in there are pretty powerful. All right. So now we've done that, we're going to use a different kind of rum. This one's a little bit milder on the palate. This is the Centenario rum, aged 7 years. So you see it has that nice brown quality to it. Alrighty. We're going to measure an ounce of that in here too. In order to get the spiciness in here, you can use all kind of spicy agents. You can just use chili pepper flakes, but you're going to want to do what we're going to do to our spicy agent in here. You can use hot sauce if you want, especially if it's already going to be a vinegary or a savory or salty cocktail. A little hot sauce, never hurt anybody. But in this case, I like the fresh stuff. So what we have here today are just fresh habaneros, baby. Anybody who saw me do that weird Fear Factor episode remembers me putting some of these in a gimlet. Man, those people thought they were really funny. especially when I drink that cocktail with the fish juice in it. Anyway, we're gonna take our habanero, and these are packed with a lot of potency, like a lot of our ingredients that we're using for this cocktail. So we're just gonna cut a little bit, no more than a quarter or a third of the pepper itself. But in this case, we want to make sure we get some of the pith, the white part on the inside of the pepper, and some of the seeds, because those contain a lot of the capsaicin, or the spicy ingredient. So we're going to cut just a little bit of that right there, making sure I have a couple of seeds and a little bit of pith. Pop it on in. Now that we just have a little bit of liquid in the bottom, we're going to do some muddling. The presence of the liquid down there means that there's a medium really ready to absorb some of the spicy oils that I'm releasing by muddling this in there. And it also gives the container a little bit of weight when I muddle. So we're going to give it a couple of strong squeezes, and I'm also turning the muddler as I do this. Sometimes I'm a weirdo. I also kind of like to just drag it around the bottom to get any small pieces that I might have fallen down there. Okay. Excellent. So now that we've muddled, we're going to add a little bit of a spicy aperitif. This is one that y'all have seen me use before, the Tacoma Punk from Brobo Spirits over on the West Coast. All right, we're going to add in an entire ½ ounce to this cocktail. We want to increase the sweetness. We want to highlight a little bit of that spiciness. Excellent. All right, and now we're going to add the fruity agents. So in this case, I've cut up into little cubes, about 1/8 of a mango. If you want at home, you can also use mango puree. I just didn't have the time to do that today, so I'm doing a quick and dirty method. I'm just going to pour those mango cubes right in, and we're going to get back to muddling. This time, you don't have to work as hard to squish everything down because it's already pretty squishy. You can do a lot of stirring. You just want to make sure that the mango fruit itself starts to deteriorate, and so that when you shake it, it's going to turn into pretty much mango puree. All right, so we're muddling. Excellent. Okay, so we have a little bit of spicy. We have a little bit of tangy from the fruit and a little bit of sweet, but I want to highlight those a little bit more. So I'm going to add some lime juice to go alongside the mango so that it's nice and tangy. We're going to add an entire ½ ounce of lime juice in this case. Yeah, you know, now that I'm making it, I think I want to do a full 3/4 ounce. Excellent. All right, and then we're going to add a little bit more of a sweetening agent. We really want some of those sweet qualities to come out through the cocktail. We want to taste like we're drinking a fruity drink. I'm going to add a little bit more simple syrup in here. In this case, I'm adding about ¼ ounce of simple syrup. Excellent. But I still want to highlight a little bit of the spicy action in there. Okay, so I have some cinnamon bitters that I'm adding in there too. You'll see this will tie into the garnish at the end. These are nice and potent, and that's just the way I like them. So I'm going to add a whole 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right, and now we are ready to shake, baby. So I'm going to get a little bit of ice in our shaking implement. As I've said before at home, if you don't have a shaking tin, that's okay. You just want to have any kind of cup or bottle that you can close at the top and be able to shake it really well. You kind of want it to be a harder substance rather than a rubbery plastic so that the ice can really have a good chance to break up inside. Are you ready? All right. I think that's about enough shaking for us. We're going to take a lid off
Can I ever tell you I made a drink after me?
All right, we are going to take some of these implements out of here. Appreciate your patience, Rachel. And we're just going to pour it on in. In this case, I'm going to double strain because there's a lot of pulpy ingredients in there that I don't want to muddle the otherwise smooth, hopefully silky smoothie consistency of the cocktail. Yummy. So if I was using mango puree, it would come out a little bit more dark and orange than this. But in this case, I'm still thinking it's going to be pretty good. Just a little bit, a pièce de résistance at the end. I'm going to incorporate one of those flavors into the garnish, which is in this case just a little light sprinkling of cinnamon over the top. Watch out. All right, everybody. Okay. Mmm. Yum. Even though I'm using super powerful, funky rum, I'm not getting too much of that out of the cocktail because of those big fruit flavors of the mango and the lime. Of course, I get that spicy habanero essence in there. Habaneros, by the way, have a little bit of a fruity quality to their flavor too, which just goes excellently in the rest of this cocktail. And I get a little bit, just a whisper of the cinnamon at the end. Even though I've added a lot of cinnamon in here, spiciness just comes in quietly because for the most part it's overtaken by the habanero spice, but that's just fine with me. I think I'll enjoy this cocktail. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I had a blast, and I'll see you again in a week or two.
That sounded good, Liam.
Oh yeah, this one especially is quite excellent.
The first one too, though, whiskey with the peach. That sounded very Texan to me.
Peach, tea, and whiskey were meant to go with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed how the herbal ingredients in there added kind of a flourish at the end of this like tart peach flavor as well. I definitely recommend either cocktail in here.
I'll have to try it. Well, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
See you soon, Christy.
See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
I was muted still. I tried. Let's see. Okay. And for anyone watching, I think I just figured out how to add your comments to the screen. But with the delay, just FYI, sometimes it doesn't. With the delay between the YouTube and the what we're sending it from, and also the delay with my brain sometimes for getting it up on the screen. I'm trying. I'll get it up. I'll get them out there as quickly as possible. Here, look, we can add that. There, we got a thanks, Liam, from AJ. Hey, AJ, and hey, Bob. Don, can you try talking? Because it's been.
Sure.
Oh, okay, great. Good. I got worried about the silence.
I've been trying to talk for a long time now.
I'm going to turn you up a little bit.
Okay. I'll sneak up closer to the mics, too. How's that?
I think that's better, yeah.
I won't be speaking all that much, or I'm just going to sing one number at the end, but I'll remember to get right in here. Hopefully you can hear it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Don. I'll get out of here. I'll let you do it.
Well, thank you. And here we go. Welcome back, everybody. And great big howdy from old Don. You're in the friendly confines. What a pleasure to be back at Rogers Park Social, our home away from home, for another evening of music. In fact, today, Musical Monday. And my mission, should I decide to accept it, is I was watching a movie a couple weeks ago. Turned out to be kind of a cool one to watch during these times. And it was called Pal Joey, and that's the Frank Sinatra version of the Rodgers and Hart musical, the film version, that is. And the musical came out in 1940, and I think starred Gene Kelly on Broadway. And Frank Sinatra took care of the film business. And some may attribute the success of these tunes to him because they're big records for him too. Tunes often associated with the great one. And some of you out there might remember that I always like to include at least one song that's associated with the great Frank Sinatra in every set that I play, anywhere I am, all over the world. I'd like to do at least one Frank Sinatra oriented tune. And if you weren't aware of that, some might wonder, well, why would you do that, Don? Why do you want to? You're a mandolin player. What the heck? Why do you want to do Frank Sinatra tunes? Well, it's the answer to that is basically due to the strong physical resemblance that I bear to the great Frank Sinatra. So here we go. I got 3 of them. The first one is the aptly titled I Didn't Know What Time It Is. I didn't know what time it was. And got to mention another hero on this one. I fell in love with this on the Charlie Parker record. I didn't know what time it was. Beautiful melody by Richard Rogers. I hope I remember to mention those guys, Richard. This particular show by Rogers and Hart, and I don't want to be a spoiler or anything, but I will say that we got Richard Rogers songs coming up again a little bit later, but they're not Rogers and Hart. Rogers and Hammerstein coming up later. All right. I could write a book. No, I mispronounced that. That's I could write a book. I could write a book. Well, I could write a book. Well, at any rate, that's the name of the tune, and it's by Rodgers and Hart, as heard in a musical show, Pal Joey. I won't bore you with the story that goes on in Pale Joey. I found it when I saw the film the other day. It kind of almost like a period piece, you know, kind of very campy and kitschy. But that's just me, you know. I mostly like the songs, and I've always loved Rodgers and Hart songs. In fact, this next one, the one with which I'm going to finish my set, I've been doing this song in one form or another about as long as the time between when the film came out and now. I'm just trying to say many decades. So hope you enjoy The Lady is a Tramp, and I'll try to swing you this number and make room for Juli Wood, who's coming up. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She likes the theater, but she never comes late. She never bothers with people that she hates. That's why the lady is a tramp. Go to crap games with barons and earls. Won't fish the dirt with the rest of the girls. She won't go to Harlem in ermines and pearls. And that's why the lady is a tramp. She likes a free, fresh wind in her hair. Life without care. She's broke, it's Oakland, it's California, it's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. We'll have no crap games with Sharpies and frauds. Won't go to Harlem in Lincolns or Fords. And she won't dish the dirt. And that's why the lady is a tramp. She loves the free, fresh wind in her hair, a life without care. She's broke, it's so she hates California, and it's cold, and it's damp. That's why the lady is a That's why the lady is a, that's why the lady is a tramp. That's why. Thank you, folks. Turning things right back over to our host, our leader, Christy Bennett. And once again, so glad to be with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And here she is. Here's Christy right now.
That was great, Dan.
Thank you. Was I right about the?
But
I'm sorry. Once more.
the segue from the last tune into my transition is a little awkward.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I see.
let's not call that my theme song or anything, okay?
Okay.
We have theme song nights coming up.
I'll work on the transitions to try to tighten up the whole act.
I'd really appreciate that.
I'll log some hours on that.
Do you know what composer you're doing next week yet?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think? Edvard Grieg or Paul Hindemith?
No.
Or you said composer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean like the kind of composers that we okay, yeah. I'll get a good one. I'll think of somebody that I haven't done yet. I'll find somebody good. Open to suggestions, of course, too, just in case anybody's listening. If there's a composer they'd like to hear, composer of tunes, that is.
Mm-hmm. Tune composer.
And in my case, it can be like jazz tunes or maybe country tunes.
Yeah.
Here she is now, ladies and gentlemen, Juli Wood. Juli Wood. All right.
Hi there, Don. I enjoyed you. That was fun.
Let's see. Give me just
Now the real notes.
All
No,
right.
these are the fakers.
We'll see you next time, Dan.
Thanks a lot. Have a great time.
Will do.
See you then. Over and out.
All right, Julie, I'm going to leave you to it.
Okay. Well, I picked Sophisticated Ladies because when I found out there was a musical that had Ellington's music, I thought, all right, that sounds fun. So it's a musical that was called Sophisticated Ladies, and it ran on Broadway from 1981 to 83. And it's all Duke Ellington music. It's a lot of music. And it's just an excuse, I think, to have people perform Ellington's tunes. But there was a playwright named Donald McHale, and the original cast included Gregory Hines, Phyllis Hyman, and Mercer Ellington. And I think that's Duke's son. So anyway, I'd like to start with the title track, the tune it was named after, a Sophisticated Lady. Whew. All right. Well, that's a sophisticated lady. And another tune from the show. They probably did just about every tune Duke wrote. And this next one, let me grab some water here, is a good old It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do up, 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 do wow. It don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. Do up, 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 do wow. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. You just take that rhythm, give it everything you've got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do up, 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 do wow. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do up, 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 do wow. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wow. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. You gotta take that rhythm and give it every little thing you've got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wow. Do-wop, 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 do-wow. Do-wop, 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 do-wow. All right, baby. That's a fun one. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And all you swingers out there, you know what I mean. So, for my last number, I'd like to do a classic from the Duke called Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seams of anyone's dreams? Well, it's over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the words of others you've heard, well, I haven't a chance. Now it's true that I've been seen with somebody new, but does that mean I've been untrue when we're apart? These words from my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. And honey, you never will. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seams of anyone's dreams is over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. If you should take the words of others you've heard, well, then I haven't a chance. Now it's true that I've been seen with somebody new, but does that mean I've been untrue when we're apart? These words from my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. And honey, you never will. Please do nothing until you hear it from me. All right. Don't do it till I give the go ahead. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Christy. That was fun. And I can't wait to hear y'all. Ethan's coming up, right? Or no? Oh, okay. So y'all are going to play now. Cool. Okay. Can't wait. Thanks. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one too. Okay. Bye bye. Kick me out. I don't care.
Yeah, unfortunately, let's see. Did I do that right? I did that right. Okay. Just got to make a couple adjustments and then we'll be starting right up. Sorry, just waiting for it. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I think sound is set. Sound is set. Okay. I think we're all good. Oh, Casey is not in the shot.
It's better. There you go.
Trying to find a balance between bunny pen and what we want in the shot. Let's see. Okay, we're trying a new angle today, so we'll see. So the musical we're doing is South Pacific. Rodgers and Hammerstein were the songwriters on that one. Pretty famous show. It has a ton of great music from it. And at the time was a really progressive show. It's not super progressive by today's standards, but the music is super beautiful and still very much holds up. So that's what we'll be playing for you. Happy talk, keep talking happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Talk about a moon floating in the sky, looking like a lily on a lake. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking happy talk. Talk about the things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Happy talk, keep talking happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? Talk about a moon floating on a stream, looking like a lily on a leaf. Talk about a bird learning how to fly, making all the music he can make. Happy talk, keep talking happy talk. Talk about things you'd like to do. You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? How you gonna have a dream come true? How you gonna have a dream come true? I'm gonna make 2 adjustments. I'm gonna adjust that light, and then I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit and see if I can fix this.
Okay.
Bear with us. Sorry. 2 seconds. Casey, just tell them all of your knowledge about South Pacific.
Oh,
You saw it recently, or fairly recently?
I saw it fairly recently because my good friend, bass player, was in the pit. I think it was Dan Thatcher. Might have been Christian Dillian.
Oh, it was Christian.
It was Christian? Okay.
Yeah, Christian was in the pit for that.
And got free tickets. Christy couldn't go, so I took my mom. And it was a good production.
Great. I think that's better. I think it's a little better. You can see your face. Let's do just a loose sheet. Let's do that, and then we'll come back to Some Enchanted Evening. All right. special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley high will whisper like a wind in the trees. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Your own special dreams, your own special dreams bloom on the hillside, and while in your dreams, if you try, you'll find me where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley high will call you any night, any day. In your heart you'll hear it call you. Come away, come away. Valley high will whisper on the wind of the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Your own special hopes, your own special dreams bloom on the hillside and shine in your streams. If you try, you'll find it where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley high, valley high, valley Some of that was my own special lyrics because I couldn't see them. All right, we've got a couple more. We're going to do Some Enchanted Evening. I think this was one of the first musicals that I saw completely, because they did it when I was in 8th grade. They did it at the high school at Pleasant Plains. And I just remember seeing all the big kids in the musical. wanting to do that. Yeah. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you'll know even then that somewhere you'll see him again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear him laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of his laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel him call you across a crowded room, then fly by his side and make him your own. Or all through your life you may dream all alone. Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you'll know even then that somehow you'll see him again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear him laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, The sound of his laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel him call you across a crowded room, then fly to his side and make him your own. Or all through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found him, never let him go. Once you have found him, never let him go. Yeah, I think all three of those are tunes I've kind of like vaguely known, but we've never done in a jazz context. So this last one that we're going to close with, we've definitely done in a jazz context. This nearly was mine. It's one of my favorite ballads. So we're going to close it up with that. Thank you to everyone for watching. Next week, Composer Night, and we're going to try to feature all female songwriters. So that'll be a fun one. I think it's really, oh, sorry.
Oh, it's right next.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a system set up. Just filling one in. Oh, thanks, Juli. One dream in my heart, one love to be living for, one love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One boy in my dream, one partner in paradise. This vision of paradise, this nearly was mine. Close to my heart again, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise. still saying paradise once nearly was mine. One dream in my heart, one love to be living for, one love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One boy in my dream, one partner in paradise. This vision of paradise, this nearly was mine. Close to my heart it came, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise, still saying paradise once nearly was mine. Once nearly was mine. Once nearly was Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.